everywhere in the country, farmers are revolting against forcible land acquisition. As long as a company pays a fair amount to the farmers, buys it from them, we have no objection. But why the state would act as an agent to forcibly acquire the land under an antiquated Antediluvian Act of 1894?
I will clarify one thing.
He is talking of hearings and all that. That is all part of the Land Acquisition Act. We are opposed to that Land Acquisition Act. It should be scrapped, lock, stock and barrel. Let the corporates, buy whatever land they want to. But
what happens to rehabilitation issues like that? No, but what were you saying, Mr. Nathwani?
Yeah, I will tell you. See, rehabilitation, that is R&R policy, is required only when you are actually rehabilitating the farmers of staying where to one place to another place. In case of Gujarat, not I am talking about Reliance, about SR, Adani's, any other industry like Nirma, whoever has done acquisition, or L&T, or Shell, we are never going to shift any farmers from their location one place to another. Only their land is acquired, their residential place or the kasbah are remaining same, and therefore we are doing our boundaries zigzag, so there will be no problem of R&R issue.
M.K. Venu, somebody has reported, so Medha, I'm just going to come to, someone has reported so extensively on the issues. We've heard Shobhita Roy says scrap this land acquisition bill completely, move the state government out. Why should the state governments be involved? Is that the viable answer?
No, I don't think so. I think a more viable answer is what some state governments like Haryana and even Mayawati.
You've seen Haryana protests there as well.
No, but they,
and Mayawati, the biggest protest in Greater Noida.
No, I'm saying something else. What I'm saying is, in the last couple of years, the farmers, the industry groups, and politicians, they've been on a learning curve, and now. One very good provision that has been introduced in the Land Acquisition Act by some states is to give the farmers a long-term stake in the land. Reserve about 10% of the land, whose value goes up, and then they get it back in the form of. So you have to come up with some creative solutions.
So keep them as stakeholders in the land, even though it's used for different purposes.
You have to come up with creative solutions whereby the farmers are taken on board and with full consent. And there's another issue which, when I was in Bengal, Mr. Buddhadev Bhattacharya told a group of journalists, he said that it's not enough to have consensus. You have to have unanimity. Even if 10% of the farmers do not want to give land, if you try to force it on them, then you're in trouble. So it's important today in India to actually get everybody on board.
Can you ever get unanimity in India? That's a big question. Medha Patkar, I want to come back to you. You were talking just now. The whole issue, I mean, I presume in some ways you feel vindicated today because whether it's Shingur, where as I said you were arrested 3 times on the way, and also in the Maharashtra model of SEZs, you were such a vocal opponent, and more SEZs in Maharashtra with the new chief minister are just withdrawing. Do you think that there's been a sea change now in how India is viewing land acquisitions or India's current round of land wars?
Actually, the people's movements, the farmers to fish workers, whose categories they were referring to, where the people are not actually moved out, but as a conspiracy, if all their sources of livelihood are taken away, if your job goes away, you are compelled to leave. So this kind of thing is agitated against, and that has compelled some of the governments to take some different positions.
Mr. Nathwani,
we welcome the Mamta Didi's decision to give back the land of Singur to the farmers. That is most just, fair, constitutional and pro-people decision, and that has to be within the land acquisition framework. There is no
but
problem.
Medha Patkar, I think Mr. Nathwani wants to ask you a question. I'll ask him, when you are looked at as people who are frauds, land grabbers, as Medha Patkar says, what about the jobs you're giving? Many would ask that if you don't have industry, how will jobs come for these people? What would you say to Medha Patkar on that?
No, whatever she is saying, I respect Megha ji for her activism on the land acquisition or for Narmada, whatever she is doing.
You do respect, even though reports that Reliance tried to break Medha's agitation.
No, I see, that is I can't say she is doing wrong thing, but I want to put my version.
Right.
That acquisition has taken place in Gujarat is completely what sir has mentioned, that our land is a one crop land mostly. And because of that, farmers are getting more better price, and they are insisting that industry should come. Like whatever we have done in Jamnagar first refinery, the adjoining refinery people has come sumo moto. Of course, there are some people.
They do the same.
Yeah,
they do the same.
Yeah. So,
but this raises another question. If you have 3 crop land throughout the state, does it mean that the state doesn't invite industry at all? I mean,
No,
You have to,
industry,
how do you balance that?
No, you buy the land. If they are prepared to sell
there is
the brick of
another
land, what
one
is
model
the problem? You buy the land, but the state should not intervene, excepting
No,
in
no,
case
It's a
of
public
public
purpose
projects.
or
No, no,
highway.
I will tell you one thing for
railway,
also,
bridges and all
sir,
that.
I will tell you one reason why Land Acquisition Act is required, not for forcefully. There is a lot of dispute. There is a lot of record problem. If land acquisition is not there act, suppose he is my brother, but we have a dispute, then the matter is going on the court.
So
then
the headache of the industrialist, why the government?
Now then why we have to pay to whom? So therefore the Land Acquisition Act has taken place. We pay the deposit to the treasury. With interest, the court will decide who will get this money. So there are number of issue of dispute. Some people have sold out
Which
to 3-4%.
how much it go? Medha Patkar, I'll leave the final words with you. You just heard Reliance, Mr. Nathwani saying that he respects you, so I'm sure that's a first. Do you accept that as a compliment?
Sonia, I know that in Gujarat now, from place to place, the farmers are agitating and questioning land acquisition.
Right.
Gujarat is more autocratic than even Bengal. So whether it is a Nirma factory or
only
a
one
nuclear
Nirma
power
episode is
plant,
there,
people are not going to. No, there are a number of cases. I can show you from the south of Gujarat to the north of Gujarat
Medha
where people
Patkar,
are questioning acquisition.
On the last words on the larger perspective, that when we say industry can bring employment, why look at industry as the bad guys? Do you feel that the way the political industrial nexus has been unfair in India, and that is the issue? There's no transparency?
There is no transparency, there is no accountability, but there is not even justifiability in killing one kind of employment for another kind of employment, which is not even guaranteed to the very people who are affected or displaced. And when the livelihoods are based on the agricultural sector in an agrarian economy, the industries have no right to impose with the statutory law or any help that they may take
so
of
who's
the
banned the
legitimacy
development?
that
We
they are
go by the
granted.
truth, as in most matters, lies somewhere in between. Medha Patkar, Parimal Nathwani, Saugata Roy and M.K. Venu, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Well, on this heated debate.